As you saw in this video, when the virus enters the host cell, your body responds to that. So you have immune response to the presence of the bacteria. Immune response is made by making the antibodies which act against the virus. Okay, so when the antibody is released in your body, it kills the viruses. So if your body be able to kill off the viruses, you become well, but these antibodies remains in your body, okay, or your cell becomes very ready to release these antibody if you are infected by the same virus later on. So this is called immunity. So immunity happens against repeated infection with the same virus. Okay, so we use this one for making the vaccine. Later on I will talk about how the vaccination works. Here in this part of the textbook, some example of the viral disease is mentioned. Nowadays, there is coronavirus, so it's very difficult to deal with the coronavirus. We don't have medicine to get rid of this virus. The question is why it's difficult to kill the viruses inside our body. Okay, so the making the antiviral medicine is a challenging of the modern medicine. Why it's difficult to make the antiviral medicines. Okay, the first thing is mentioned here. It says the viruses lives without the host cells and so cannot be easily targeted. Okay, we have the antibiotics for the bacteria, but they are useless for the viruses because the antibiotics target the structure of the bacteria known as the cell wall, as we have explained in the class, but there is not such a cell wall or such as equivalent structure in the viruses. So the antibiotics are useless for the viruses. Okay, so this is another reason we cannot use the antibiotics for killing the virus because they don't have the cell wall. Okay, this third problem that we have is the speed at which the viruses can multiply. Okay, so they are multiply very fast even before the symptoms of the illnesses comes to the person. So you are infected by the virus but you don't feel anything, you are good. The virus replicates itself in your body and after a while it shows its symptoms. So like the coronavirus, if a person is infected by the coronavirus, it doesn't show any symptoms for 2 weeks. So during these 2 weeks the virus is replicating and making the copy of itself inside your body. And at the same time, another problem that we have with the virus infection is that during this period the virus can transfer from one person to another person, so it spreads very fast. Okay, the fourth problem that we have with the viruses is that the virus particles have tendency to mutate rapidly. So mutation is a process which the genetic material change a little bit. So when their genetic material changes a little bit, they make the different proteins. So if you made a medicine which works for one virus, if that virus mutated, then that medicine doesn't work for that one. Okay, so that's another problem that we have. So the mutation is the fourth problem that we have for dealing with the viruses. So the first one, they are living, or the viruses live without the host cell. The antibiotics doesn't work for them because they don't contain the cell wall. Okay, one thing I forgot, it says in a sense viruses are so stripped down structurally. It means they are so simple that there is little for a drug to target. So the best method for the virus is prophylactic treatment. We had this term before. Prophylactic is presentative method. Okay, presentative healthcare. So the prophylactic treatment for the virus is vaccination. What is the vaccination? You probably know what is the vaccination. In the vaccination, we inject the weakened virus to the body of a person, The person's cell defense system makes the antibody. Because the virus is very weak, your defense system can easily get rid of that virus, and the antibody remains in your body. So if you are infected by the same virus later on, your body is ready to to work with that and to get rid of the virus. But the problem again here, the viruses mutate very fast, so the vaccines doesn't work for the new viruses which are mutated. Same the case that we have today. It's about the coronavirus. It's actually mutated the virus from the previous flu virus. So if you had the flu shot, that doesn't work against the coronavirus because the coronavirus has been mutated and it has the new proteins.